Welcome to Frogeaters. This is session 3, and in this session we're going to spend some time working through some reflection documents to define what our goals are, to better understand our own distractions, write them out, and then start to think about some of the tasks that are going to be required to reach our goals. So let's get started. On the website you're going to see a series of documents, 6 documents that will go from our own goals, our distractions, defining our biggest, ugliest frog and the tasks related to eating that frog, and our task list for all tasks that can be filtered to the monthly, to the weekly, to the daily lists. Again, think back to that video in the funnels, a tasks and subtasks list, and then a document related to trying to understand just how long some of our tasks take. We overestimate and underestimate the time required for a lot of tasks, so it's important to start to think about as we think about what remote learning looks like. So let's get started. My goals, it's a very quick and easy document, right? It's a list. What are my goals for 2021, 2020, 2021? Again, you'll create your own. You can edit it, write on it, do whatever you want. It's yours. And they're your goals, right? Digital distractions. Make a copy. Same thing. It's a list. These are reflection documents. So what are your distractions? What are the things that you spend your time doing? Is it your Switch? Is it your certain feeds on YouTube or TikTok or whatever you might be following? Is it reading on your Kindle? If it is something that you're doing, a distraction that's preventing you from reaching your goals, right? Then what can you do to manage, be aware of it, right? That's the first thing to do, be aware of it, and then take action to reduce it or block it off and set limitations to when you do those things. So let's look at the next document. Biggest, ugliest frog. Think back to that again. It's the biggest, ugliest thing, the thing you've been putting off. What is that project? What is the things that you've been doing? So if it's, for example, let's say it is succeed in remote learning. So join all calls. Check email daily. Review calendar each afternoon for following day. As we're learning more about attendance, submit survey for attendance. What you can do is just keep this document available and access it as you need to, so that you know that this is your biggest, ugliest frog. You're going to do these tasks. Some of these tasks happen every day. Some of these tasks you will be able to finish and be done, right? And looking back at this frequently will be a good strategy, again, for whatever that happens to be. If it is success in remote learning, I'd make a good, strong list of what are the steps you think you need to do, and keep those in mind and look at it every day. If you need to get it printed off and picked up at the store, or you have a home printer, whatever that might be, it might be a good use of some wall space to make sure that you're looking at these things daily. So let's look at the next one. Your task lists. Again, a list is a list. So thinking about your task list, what are the things that fall into that the master list or your all list, right? All the tasks. This is going back to that funnel, the funnel metaphor, right? So what are the master? Got a couple pages of master. You can create more just with a duplicate. So if I go to slide, duplicate slide, I can get more pages of a particular thing. So I've got my master and I've got different projects or goals. What are those projects and goals? What are they going to be? All right, well, what are the things I need to do this month that are addressing those things? Because again, they're going to be on the first lists, because your master or all tasks is all of your tasks. Some of them, again, you're going to be to be able to accomplish, you're going to need to do that in a year from now, right? If I'm looking to get my license or buy my dream car, but I don't have a license, but I can't get a license because I'm too young to get a license, maybe that needs to be something that's on your all list, and then start saving. That could be on my list. Whatever it happens to be, you could make that all on your list. Then what can you do weekly to make action on that? And then what of those things can you do daily? And something on that list, do it today, right? So if it's on your daily list, it should be the specific tasks that you are going to accomplish today. If they're on your weekly list, eventually they're going to be done. And it might be something that, all right, I finished all my tasks for today. What's on my weekly list? Because I might want to be able to, maybe now that I've addressed some of my daily stuff, I can also address my weekly stuff. And if you're always looking at it that way, you're going to be able to make sure that you accomplish a lot more. Let's look at our second to last document, long-term goals and sub-deadlines. So as we think back to our goals or tasks on our master task list, the all task list, right? What is that goal? And what are the items related to that? Give it a deadline, because deadlines get done. If without a deadline, we won't even think about when it's due or when we would like to accomplish it. So this is a document that could let you work on 4 different goals, right? So you've got your goal 1 and the tasks related to that. When do you want to get those done? What is goal 2? When is that overall going to get done? And what are the tasks that are required to meeting that goal that I could set deadlines to, right? And again, you could do this in a lot of different ways. This easily could be a spreadsheet, but if you're just wanting to get started on thinking about what are the goals and planning some stuff out, this is a really great way to start. And let's look at our last document, task and time estimations. As I said in the start of the video, we collectively, and I would put myself in that for sure, overestimate the time required for specific tasks and underestimate the time required for specific tasks. So, I don't want to do that right now. It's going to take forever. Well, how long did it actually take when you got was it faster than you thought? Did it actually take, it obviously didn't take forever, but did it take kind of what you estimated? And if you made a list of like the tasks that you most commonly do, maybe it is chore related, maybe it is homework related. How much time do I think that's going to take? And then if I think about it with setting a timer or looking at, starting and stop times, what is the actual time it took to do that? And if you look at that pretty frequently, what you're going to notice is you're going to better use your time because you'll have a better understanding of what time is actually required to do specific things. So, I have a document like this that I look at frequently, and I think that it's a good practice for sure. So as you go through these documents, again, the task lists, your biggest, ugliest frog, your digital distractions, your personal goals, academic goals, personal could be growth wise. I want to learn how to improve how to play tennis. I want to improve my ability in Spanish, whatever that might be. Maybe it is academics, whatever those, maybe it's related to your family or friends, whatever it is for you. Put it on this list because these documents are for you. These are entirely reflection. They are not something that you have to submit to anyone. And I think that that's a good way to look at it. So again, if this is you and you accomplishing your goals, right? These are the lessons that we went through in session 1. Set some goals, make those goals, write to-do lists from those goals, have a good space for where you do things, workspace reset, reduce the distractions, give yourself those zones of silence, give yourself an hour in the morning or an hour in the evening or a weekend where you just don't look at your phone or don't try to detox a little bit. Getting started with tasks, again, taking it one barrel at a time or one step at a time, because it's going to get overwhelming if you think about everything in the big ugly frog, right? You can take small bites and you're going to make progress, but if you keep thinking of it at the full level, you're never going to be able to. It's going to be very hard to get started. Prioritizing those tasks, right? So if we look back at our to-do list and we have all these tasks, well, let's shuffle let's make the order to where those are the 20% that's going to give us that 80%. These are that Eisenhower matrix. These are those both urgent and important tasks. Once you get those in mind, it's going to help you in where you're going with those tasks and getting started. Setting those deadlines. We just did that on our task and subtask document. Deadlines are really going to help give you some pressure because you're going to want to try to reach those goals. And that's really important. Task dissection. So if you get to a point where you have a bunch of tasks and you don't know where to start just picking salami slices randomly and hitting some of those tasks to get going. Again, if your priority is that urgent and important, you're going to be in good shape. If you're going to say, all right, salami slice, I would rather just say, I'm going to do whatever's on this list for the next hour. I'm going to set a timer. At that point, I'm going to stop and do something else. Giving yourself that time to just very focused do it is going to be great. And then lastly, self-improvement. Be your own personal cheerleader, because this is, like I said, this is going to be hard, but you can accomplish this and we're going to be successful. So as you go through the list here and the documents in your own reflection, again, you're not being graded for this. You don't need to share these with anyone. This is all for you to think about. What are you wanting to accomplish this year? What are things that you think others might be asking of you? And making sure that you can get specific lists, those daily task lists from those big goals, and start actually making some action, taking some, being productive. Because if your goal is to eat that frog, the only way to do that is to know what you're looking at and what those big ugly frogs really are. So best of luck. I hope you enjoyed these 3 sessions and had some time to think about your goals, think about what you're looking forward to and what you'll need to do. So have a great year. Good luck.